Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel for war number 4 of season 42. Got a really fun team today. We have rank 3 Rintrah, rank 4 Hulkling, as well as Mr. Fantastic for a couple pre-fights later. The bans are the same as last war. We've got Ghost as well as Scorpion and Miguel out of the picture. People like to ban those science champs since Torch is also blacklisted, so the options get a little bit less. I believe the reason that I have this team is due to a path split in section 2. Essentially, we needed to get a Peni Parker counter followed by a neutralized champ on the same path. I had the right champs to do that, and then when looking for something to do in section 1, we found this path 8 Silver Surfer that Rintrah is going to be able to easily handle. So that is going to be my war. Then we're going to dump a couple pre-fights on the boss island, but it is kind of fun. I don't think I've brought either of these champs to a tier 1 war yet. Now the node here has personal space fury, which we won't really have to worry about because the neutralize on Rintrah is so strong. The one thing to consider is the underhanded comment node, which means when he starts with the power cosmic, he has 15% reduced ability accuracy. So you see right there, my first parry did fail because of that power cosmic buff, and then he does convert to a fury. So we do have to worry about the 15% reduction for a while. It doesn't really mean much, except we just have to watch out for parries failing. That will eventually go away, and then he won't be gaining buffs for the rest of the fight. So we have 20 mystical charges, which means we will self-root if he throws a special. And I'm basically waiting for him to throw that special. We block some of it. It does like no damage. We root ourselves, and then we exchange a couple light attacks, and we get this one off with 27 ruptures. It doesn't crit, but it takes off a decent amount of damage. So now our root is on cooldown. Beta special 1. Fight's totally under control, so there's nothing to worry about. At this point, we are going to root ourselves again, and because we're gaining so much power, we have to throw the special 2 a little early. Doesn't quite kill him. We again just sort of block this special, and the next combo is going to get him down. So totally safe fight, even for a rank 3. And, you know, Rintrah's a little crazy, like the way that he works. And the way that you play him, like he just doesn't take a lot of damage, especially when he roots the opponent. He's like healing off of that root debuff. He has damage reduction. Like you have the special 3 for healing and stuff like that. He's just kind of a ridiculous champion, but it's really hard to mess up in a fight like that, and everything went great. Now here, again, this is only for path split reasons. This Peni Parker doesn't do anything on this node because she doesn't get any of her own buffs. So this is just a very vanilla Hulkling versus Peni fight. Not much to say here. We do miss the first parry, which is going to be kind of a theme of this war. We get one pierce up. It's just totally slashing through her shield. We are, of course, power burn immune, so right there we didn't take any of the damage, but we did get rid of the shield. And I'm looking at how much power I have, how much power she has. I can safely throw this. We get some 26k yellow numbers, which is nice. Bait the special. Because mine has a pretty high sig, these furies last enough to kill her with the next combo. So yeah, just a vanilla fight there. But again, it did force throwing our Hulkling on this path, and then needing a counter for the Sersi. So this is a good fight for someone like Tigra, a good fight for Rintrah. Rintrah to me is a little safer just because I'm not the most skilled Tigra player. And, you know, literally there's one thing that can make this fight get out of hand, and it's if she throws a heavy at the very beginning of the fight, right? So we need to nail this first parry. I throw the invuln on just in case. And that's what I'm thinking. Once we nail the first parry, everything's fine. But she delayed her hit and immediately threw a heavy. So now I'm in a little bit of trouble. We're just parrying. I get a little close to the distance there, so I do heavy to create the distance. Now we can start getting the neutralize up, but she's already got buff. She's got a transmutation on her, which means Rich Get Richer is doing things. So I need to dex. Once we dex, we are tied in the race for Rich Get Richer, which means she doesn't go red. I do waste some of my indestructible there, but now the fight is under control because we have neutralize up. She is still dealing with the power efficiency, but now the node is completely turned off. So we get a little bit of a breather with the special 3 animation, which also regens him a little bit at his current sig level. And again, now that we turned off the power efficiency and we have neutralize up, I just do one light attack. I got to keep that neutralize up. I don't want to have that nonsense happen again. But we're getting a little bit better at baiting these specials now after we took the first one to the face. And I do throw a special one. Obviously our power gain's going kind of crazy because of all the buffs that she would be proccing, but I'm feeling comfortable to self-root here. And now in an ideal scenario, I would throw some lights and throw my special 2, but I think she does end up throwing one more special here and we end up going red. So I didn't time that out perfectly, but again, even after taking a couple hits, like we have 90% health, we're gonna regen some of that back and the fight is completely under control. This Rintrah guy is just kind of a monster. So she has 26 ruptures, so I think I'm going to land a heavy, which just kind of refreshes them, or it pauses them more like. Baiting these specials. I'm not trying to punish the specials or anything. We're going to heavy again just to keep those 24 ruptures. I'm really hoping that this is going to crit, and I don't think it does, but it doesn't really matter because she's dead. Now Rintrah, because I run Inequity, anytime all those ruptures are on, we're getting basically like a 36% health, or excuse me, 36% weakness on Sersi, meaning like not only do we have a lot of health just because he's a tank and we have energy resistance and we're healing off of the root debuff, he has his own regen, but also the Inequity Mastery makes him have like way more effective health as well because of that 36% weakness that is on the opponent. So that's where you can see, I was joking with some of my friends, like, guys, I almost died with Rintrah. I mean, I finished with 92% health, but like that was a really sketchy fight. That's kind of how it is with him. He just completely owns Cosmics in that sense. So anyway, that was my war. I placed a couple pre-fights on the boss island after that. I am recording this mid-war. It is very close. I'm not sure who's going to win. So I would highly recommend checking out the other SSX channels as well as DSVG. Jay Will, who's one of my good friends in the game, former Alliance mate, he was in this battle group, as well as Munash. I think you know both of those names. So check out their war videos. They may have the result at the end, or I can pin it in the comments. But I appreciate you guys very much. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.